Funerals being held for journalist Viktoria Roschchyna. She died in Russian captivity last year. Her remains were returned to Ukraine as part of a prisoner exchange in February. Her body showed signs of extensive abuse and mutilation. On Thursday, Ukrainian prosecutors named the former head of Russian detention center as a suspect in her torture and death. For more, let's speak to our correspondent in Kyiv, Emmanuelle Chaze. Hello to you, Emmanuelle. What more can you tell us about Roshchyna?
Well, the case of Viktoria Roshchyna really shocked the entire nation. Viktoria Roshchyna was 26 when she was kidnapped by Russia while she was trying to go into occupied territories. This was where she usually reported. She really had at heart to show to the world, to show also to fellow Ukrainians what was happening in occupied territories. And her last trip there in August 2023 led to her arrest and to more than a year of captivity in Russian jail. And you've mentioned it, she died in September 2024, but her body was only returned months later in February 25, and it showed extensive signs of the torture she was a victim of while she was in jail. In fact, even her body had been mutilated after death because Russian authorities tried to cover up what had happened to her, and this is why an investigation had been opened by the Ukrainian prosecution so as to, systematic tortures of Ukrainians being in a Russian jail, journalists in captivities, in Russian captivity as well. Viktoria was one of them. Today she is being honored here in Kiev. The ceremony has just started behind me in St. Michael's Golden Dome Cathedral. Then her body will be on Maidan, where a homage also will be paid to the journalists. It has to be noted that there's another 29 journalists, Ukrainian journalists, currently sitting in Russian jails and also being subjected to similar abuse, similar torture, which is in complete violation of the Geneva Convention on the treatment of prisoners of war.
You mentioned Ukrainian authorities opening this investigation. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, this investigation follows the autopsy that was performed on Viktoria's body upon its return. Like I mentioned, her body showed such extensive signs of having been tortured and was so damaged that it had been very difficult to determine the exact cause of death. And this is precisely because such tortures are systematic in Russian jail that the prosecution will open such cases. Now, yesterday, the prosecution opened a case against the director of the Taganrog prison facility in Russia. This is in southwestern Russia. It is sadly very well known here in Ukraine for being one of the worst possible places where Ukrainian prisoners can end because of the systematic torture. And now the director of this prison, of this Russian jail, has been the object of an investigation, Ukrainian investigation, as he directly ordered the torture of prisoners under his watch.
All right, Emmanuelle, thank you very much. Emmanuelle Chaze reporting from Kyiv.